Welcome back to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is episode 56 on August 2nd, 2020. Hope you're doing well out there. Today we're going to take a look at Witchblade, the 25th anniversary commemorative edition. This is put out by Image Top Cow, and it's a number one. This is actually came out, I believe, 25 years ago, as shown by this insignia down here. Let me go pull back a little there. Okay, so as you can see, a very nice cover. Michael Turner doing the cover here, the late Michael Turner. We do miss him, and I gotta tell you, this is a comic that you should really try to get if you have never seen it before or read it before. This one's well worth it. I think I'm not gonna say it's one of the 10 best ever, because it's not one of the 10 best ever. It's just a fabulous comic. It is just a lot of fun, and everything in it is done well. The coloring, the lettering, the writing, obviously, and of course, last but not least, the art. The Witchblade character was come up by, oops, went a little too far there, was created by Mark Silvestri, David Wohl, Brian Haberlin, and Michael Turner. Now, in the Wikipedia, according to there was another person involved with it. I believe it was a woman, and I can't remember who they stated was. But if you want to look at that in Wikipedia, you'll find out all about it. In this, they actually plotted it out with three people: David Wohl, Brian Haberlin, and Michael Turner. The script was done by David Wohl. The inks were done by D-Tron. And just a shout out to Len Wein being the editor on here, the great Len Wein. You might remember he is the person that created Wolverine, amongst other characters as well. So he's had a long history in comics. Unfortunately, he has passed away as well. So overall, a great staff to work on a book for, and they really put their heart and soul into this thing, I'm telling you. It's got, like, you know, the hero is obviously drawn very beautiful. Even the villain, very good looking, handsome guy, but he's got that evil look to him. And let me get the names for this real quick. Okay, the hero's name is Sarah Pazzini, and she'll be the first one that will actually use the Witchblade in modern era. The villain here, he's a multi-billionaire, one of the world's wealthiest men. He's gotten his money through legal and illegal means. His name is Kenneth Irons. And right now he's the possessor of the Witchblade. He's trying to find somebody that could wield it, and then he wants to control that person who wields it. And he has another person that works with him, his associate, or kind of his lackey, named Ian Nottingham, and I believe he's throughout the whole series as well. I'm not super familiar with the continuing series. I know it's been an anime, and apparently it's been on TV series on TNT, so there's a lot of stuff out there. So anyway, I really love this comic. It was great. I mean, the art in it, the detail, like the chandeliers and everything. It starts out, Kenneth is in his penthouse, $1 million penthouse, up in New York. It takes place in different parts of New York, so that's kind of cool as well. Sarah Pazzini, who's the main character, who turns out to be the main character, our heroine, is a police officer that does undercover work a lot, and we'll see her in a minute. But just take a look at this art, and just the exposition, the narrative is just beautiful. It all ties in together. It brings a lot to the characters without, it's a lot of subtlety. It just comes in, you just learn about him naturally. It's not like it's forced upon you, like you're reading some kind of history book. The Witchblade right here is shrouded in mystery at the beginning, and Jeffrey, how am I going to call him Jeffrey for some reason? Kenneth Irons, he's going to put on a special competition to see who can actually wear this. Those who try it and cannot wear it actually suffer some kind of consequence. And we'll kind of maybe see that in this comic a little bit later. But overall, just beautiful. I mean, look at the way Michael Turner's doing the statue. Just fantastic. You gotta love it. Okay, let's go take a look at Sarah now. And she's getting ready for her undercover stakeout. No, it's not really a stakeout, but she's going undercover to help with the drug bust. And in her house, she's got a poster of Reservoir Dogs. Kind of cool. She leaves the apartment, and the skateboarders and some other street folk take a look at her, and she's just a knockout in her Versace gown. There's a little sticker on there, a little nod to Watchmen, the smiley face. And as you can say, there's all these little jokes in here too. It's got a little bit of humor, just enough, you know. Just overall, really intense drawing, just beautiful. Okay, I'm going to turn this sideways. This is the second time I've had to do this video because the first time I didn't realize I was cutting the heads off. So let me pull back. Let me see if I can get this. I have to lift this up a little bit so you can see the whole thing. So just beautiful panel here. We get to see what she's looking like going undercover. She's going into the den, the drug den of kingpins here. And she's actually got a plant in there named Michael Yee. And they both kind of have a little bit of unspoken attraction to each other. It's never acted out upon, unfortunately. So look at this. Action scenes, just wonderful. Do. Same panel, nice sequential art. The guy shooting at her can't hit her because she's moving real well. She's doing these great jumps. I mean, look at this. That is just fantastic. She's taking them down. She's actually maiming them. She isn't so much killing them. She's actually had to knock out her partner to keep the Roos alive. So it's kind of a great comic as far as a lot of little side things going on in it. So in the meantime, Kenneth Irons is setting up this theater, another part of New York where he's going to have a competition, and the people are starting to show up for that. And as we see here, Sarah Pazzini has finished her bust, and she's the rest of the narcotics officers, they're kind of mad because she kind of took the bust from them. And great stuff. Now they're back in the police office, and you can see this, how the the very upset police sergeant or office manager, whatever he is, so just can't keep that cigarette in his mouth, but in the next scene it's back in his mouth. So it's just great art in this. I just love it. And the characters look fantastic, a lot of definition, and each one has their own voice. The dialogue really does a good job of giving them their own personalities. So they question one of the people that they have taken in on the drug bust, and they find out that there's this competition, mysterious competition going on, and they think it's another drug-related thing. So they go back. Michael Yee is supposed to stay in the car, whereas Sarah is going to go inside and see what's going on. This is the Ian Nottingham I spoke to you earlier about, this kind of the lackey of Kenneth Irons. And there's another side mystery. They're finding people dead, kind of frozen in place, but I guess they're burned from the inside out, but not totally out, just dead. They're like been microwaved, as the way they put it. So there's another mystery there. So far we've got the drug thing going on. Actually, Sarah busted those drug people because she had kind of a vendetta against them. I guess they killed some people that she was close to, and she's continuing this. And then we have the Witchblade. You know, what is this Witchblade? And there you get the first shot of the Witchblade as it's displayed to the audience at this theater. And Sarah has infiltrated her way in. Unfortunately, her partner is discovered, Michael Yee. He was supposed to stay in the car. He went in as backup and got caught. And this happens after one of the guys tries it on, and it fries his hand, tries the Witchblade on, it fries his hand. So instead of having him try it on, they're just going to shoot him there. She jumps in front of Michael Yee, you know, like a heroine, you know, and just great. And knocks the Witchblade off the stand. She's reaching for a weapon for her last gasp. She has been hit, obviously, and unfortunately Michael's been hit as well. The Witchblade latches to her, and suddenly she's got fantastic power. It brings her back to life. She's back alive, and Kenneth Irons is just over the top because he's like, I found the person that can wield this. I guess he's been trying a number of different times. And this is what we see next. Man, this is just such an awesome comic. Look at a full page. I'll pull back so you get the whole shot of this. Dang. And she goes to blast all the henchmen that are around that have been shooting at her and Michael. So just, whoa, just, you gotta love it. Okay, I'll bring it back down here. Hopefully it'll line it back up. Give me a moment here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, so just really, really awesome stuff here. And that's how the comic pretty much ends. It is 24 pages though, so you do get your money's worth on this $3.99 comic. And so it just is to be continued. She's destroyed a lot of the theater because of the blast from this Witchblade weapon. And so it just, that's the beginning right now. So I don't know if they're going to continue with this or not. There is a trade out that continued, like volume 1 of Witchblade. And from my understanding, Sarah passes this Witchblade onto other people that will control it for her further on down the line. So she's not going to be the only wielder. There's others that are able to control it as well. Now what's nice too is they've stuck in this untold history of creating Witchblade, and it's pretty detailed. There's photos in it. It is really neat. Some extra drawings, obviously. Everybody who is involved with it gets to say something, except for Michael Turner, obviously. He's not around any longer. There's the photos. It's just a great, great comic to get in memory of Michael Turner down here. And then it goes into some of the items that are available as Witchblades, with statuettes, the anime, the DVDs for the TNT TV series, just some awesome stuff. And then we get a little display of some of the variant covers that appeared over the years, and there's some great artists that have worked on this as well. There's another Michael Turner here. Almost looks like one of the American mythology covers I did a review on. I think it was, what was it called? Oh boy, I'm drawing a blank. But if you check back, you'll see that same kind of claw hand. These were actually opposable thumbs on both sides on that one. So some pretty neat stuff. More covers, all different artists. The Dodsons, Adam Hughes, Stefan Sidjek, Mark Silvestri, of course, was involved with the creation. And we got our J. Scott Campbell there. And here's the volume 1 I was speaking of that is available now. So you can go out and pick this up. And I'm assuming, I don't know if they're going to do like 2, 3, 4, all the other issues for this, but this one is, if you can get this is a terrific issue. I'm just so pleased. And I don't believe there's anything more except we're granted, look at this back cover. Isn't this a nice touch? One last Michael Turner. That's the back cover. Just wonderful. So highly recommend Witchblade. It's a different kind of superhero. It's a, Marvel editors that are currently doing, they should take a look at this, the way that they have developed the character on this. Not only is she beautiful, but you can empathize with her, you can sympathize with her, you can see that she's got challenges. It's not just everything comes easy to her, but she uses everything that she's got to be successful or come out on top, so to speak. She does lose. She sacrifices her partner in this one, but get it. I mean, that's not really a spoiler after 25 years, but if you like this type of comic, I recommend it, and run out and get it. So subscribe if you like this channel. Please subscribe. Please leave comments. Please like if you like this review. Even if you didn't like it, maybe, give me a comment why. But we'll see you next time. I've got a few more comics that I picked up. I picked up actually Superman Giant #2 100-pager today. So that's another one I'll have to go through. That's a DC comic, obviously. And I still have to do a previews of all the independents that will be shipping in October. So hopefully there'll be a lot of good stuff in that as well. So this is Indie Comics Jones. Take care of yourselves. And thank you for stopping by the Temple of Tomes. Good night.